This is your Abra Guru, and today we're going to talk about adding an employee in Abra Suite to a direct deposit. And to do that, simply go to the direct deposit screen and then click on the add button located down at the bottom of the screen. Then that will bring up this little detail panel here where you'll enter 6 points of information starting with a routing number, an account number, the amount to be deposited, the account type, checking or savings, a pay issue, a pre-note, or a deposit. I like to gamble and go right for depositing every time. The idea of pre-notification is something of the past. You can do it, but it's not mandatory anymore by the banks. The deposit sequence in case there is more than one deposit for the employee to make. So let's run through an example of an employee who has just one direct deposit to make. So they've signed up with you and they want to have all their check go into their one savings account or their one checking account, and we'll say. And so here you just basically choose the routing number, enter the account number for the employee, enter 999 since it's going to be a single deposit. That's how Abra knows that you want the entire net check to go to that deposit. And choose checking. I'm going to go ahead and bypass the pre-notification process. It's not necessary. But if you do choose pre-note, you have to manually come back in here and change it to the deposit to activate it. So you make sure that you come back and choose the deposit once you want to activate their direct deposit. And then basically from there you hit OK and boom, the person is in direct deposit mode. Let's run through the process quickly one more time, this time with the idea of a person having two accounts to deposit to. So again, just simply drop down the account number, enter the routing number, then enter the account number, enter an amount to be deposited, and I'm going to choose checking, I'm going to choose deposit, I'm going to leave the deposit sequence as 1, I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to add another one. I'm going to drop down the routing numbers again, and I'm going to enter an account number and the amount to be deposited. This time I'm just going to fill that in with 9s. This indicates to Abra that you want the remainder of the check to go here, and it's a checking account. I'm just going to go skip the pre-notification process, and the deposit sequence is 2. And I'm going to click on OK. Simply right here, this tells me that $200 is going to go to this checking account, and the remainder is going to go to this checking account. Simple. Now let's say later this employee, Christine Atwater, comes to you and says she wishes to discontinue one of her accounts. We'll say the one that I have highlighted here on top. Well, to simply stop this direct deposit from happening in the future, I could just basically make sure that the first record is selected, which is indicated by the record pointer here on the left. And I can hit delete, and that will get rid of the record altogether. That is, I think, the preferred method. If I simply go in here, and I've seen this happen, and change this to 0, this is okay. It will stop the deposit from happening, but it will continue to show these two account numbers on the check, the check stub, indicating that 0 went to this first account, and then this other amount went. The rest of the check went to this, the second account listed here. So my preferred method is really to delete this account altogether, leaving just a single account. Notice the deposit sequence still says 2, and that's irrelevant. There's only one record here, so if this says 2, it doesn't matter. But if you're a stickler, you can go in here if you want and change this to 1. And click on OK, and either result is the same. It just depends on how many records are in there. Sequence number just is based on if there are multiple records where that comes into play. And this has been your Abra Suite Guru on the direct deposit information detail panel for Abra Suite.